Have you ever struggled to read your dashboard because the text was too small? Maybe you built a stunning dashboard on your computer only to find it's hard to use on your phone. Or perhaps you found yourself creating multiple versions of the same dashboard, each tailored to different devices. Have you ever designed a dashboard specifically for mobile but realized later it looks oversized and awkward on your desktop? Well, I got some great news for you. Looker Studio has introduced an incredible new responsive layout feature that makes dashboard creation simpler and more intuitive. While other tools like Power BI have had responsive capabilities for a while, Looker Studio's new approach is designed to be even easier to use. With this new feature, you no longer need to build separate dashboards for desktop, tablet, and mobile. One single design will automatically adapt and look great on every device. This saves you valuable time by eliminating the need to constantly tweak your layouts for different screen sizes. Together, we'll explore the intuitive controls step by step, making sure you understand exactly how they function. We'll also observe how these responsive layouts automatically adjust their size and position based on the device you're using. To guarantee your dashboard looks polished everywhere, I'll demonstrate how to preview your dashboard on desktop, tablet, and mobile devices. Let's dive right in and I'll show you exactly how to create your responsive dashboard layout. Let's start putting together our report in Looker Studio now. So you can start here and select your data source for the report. On this instance, I'm gonna use Google Sheets. And I'm gonna select the sales data for the responsive layout, and I label it dummy data. Now that I have the data inside the report, I'm gonna start creating the report using the new feature for Looker Studio. Here you can find it once you start or you have the initial screen. You can see we have the freeform layout, which is the usual layout that we've had for years. But then you can select also the responsive layout, and this is the new one, and you will see it changed the interface a little bit. You can see now that we can start creating our charts here, and I'm just gonna name this the sales report so we can get started here. And I may also call this sales report. So I'm gonna add my first chart, and I can go here and click here on add chart. This one I'm gonna start adding donut charts, and I want to know the record count for each product. I'm just gonna limit this to 10 slices. But you can see we have our first responsive visualization here on Looker Studio. I wanna add another one. I can go here to right side and click on add a chart. I'm gonna add another donut chart, and I'm gonna set here the country, and I'm looking at prices, so I'm gonna change the currency to US dollar, and I'm also gonna limit the pie chart to 10 slices because I have more than 10. I can also copy and paste this one, so that's a functionality that we can still use. And it will paste the visualization depending on which section are you in the dashboard. For this one, I wanna have the cities. There you go. I maxed out here the space that I have for this section right here, so I can add a section on the top, and I can also add a new section on the bottom of the current ones. For this one, I will actually want to see maybe a scorecard on the top, and I want to see the prices. And these prices should be like this. Okay, and I can keep adding some visualizations here. I want to add another scorecard, and I actually want to know the quantity. So you can see I have my 2 scorecards, and let's just keep adding a few more. I also want to know the amount of cities, and it is count this thing. And I also want to know the amount of countries. Yeah, there you go. So then with this responsive layout, you can see that we have the sections, and we can drag and drop, and we can also resize any visualization we need to modify here on the dashboard. If you see here, if I start dragging and drop, you can see there are some columns on a light blue, and these are basically showing me what are the sections that I can use for the responsive layout to work. I actually want to move all of them to the right side, and now I want to create a new section here, and I want to add a column chart. It was automatically sized to the section that I'm adding this, but I actually wanted to cover all the things, so I can actually expand and use those light blue columns. So you can see now I have this right here, and I can also keep moving the visualizations that I have inside the sections, and the sections will resize accordingly. I want to keep track of the price, and then I also want to see the dimensions as a date. I actually want to see this by month. And here we have our bar chart, and I'm gonna add one more section, and I want to add a line chart. And for this one, I actually want to have this by date, because this is more suited for detailed results. So we now have our prices here, and you can see now I have this layout, and I created all this layout without much effort of looking for places where I can place each visualization. And let me show you a preview right here. You can see this is how it looks whenever someone is actually using the dashboard. But you can spend some more time design that you like on Looker Studio, or also you can spend some time matching your brand guidelines here to Looker Studio. We can preview how this will look on our desktop, and I can click here on view, and this is how any other user that you share this report to will actually see the report. This is how they'll be looking at the layout here on the report, and they can actually click here on view, and I'll make this one a little bit bigger here. And we can also preview phone, tablet, and desktop. So let's go with tablet first, and you can see this is the responsive layout Looker Studio added. So you can see now that I didn't have to move anything around, but it automatically looked for a place on this design, and you can see that it found the right place for every visualization. We can also see how it would look on a phone, which is usually the most challenging stuff whenever you design one thing here on Looker Studio. You don't really have a phone layout because you already designed it for a desktop. But you can see now that this will give you a preview of your mobile also, if you want to consume this report on mobile. From here you can make any changes. With these options you can actually preview in with every device that you are planning your users to be in, or also you can design this and you don't have planned that someone is gonna look at this on a mobile phone, or instead they're just gonna look at it on a tablet. You can be sure and rest assured that it will work, but you can also take the next step and see if it actually works, if for any reason someone wants to use their phone to access this dashboard. As you can see, creating responsive dashboards has never been simpler. Thanks to Looker Studio, with this new responsive feature, design professional looking dashboard has become quicker and easier, even if you don't have extensive technical skills. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what features you love to see next in Looker Studio. Are you interested in quickly building dashboards in Looker Studio with data from Google Sheets? Check out this next video to learn how. I'll see you there.